Good morning, guys. In this video, I'm going to go over mapping lesson, module 2, lesson 1, mapping a zoo, and then I'm going to go over the first 5 questions, and actually I'm going to give you guys the answer to the 5 questions, so that way you can watch it at your own pace. You can go back if you need to, and then it's just kind of like a start off, with the mapping lesson. So first of all, what you're going to be doing, you're going to be going to um, Power School. So I'm already here, Power School. Like whether I'm just gonna use period 3, but you can if you're period 2, or a different period, that's fine. Under Power School, you have to go to mapping lessons. So you click on mapping lessons, and then you're gonna see the newest one. Um, Module 1, Lesson 1, Mapping a Zoo. Remember, we did already Module 1, Lesson 1, Malgan, but we're going to be doing Mapping a Zoo. For period 3, for example, is due October 27, guys, so next week. So I'm going to give you guys time during class, but just know it's due October 27. And remember, I just need the answers. You're going to have, I believe, 17 questions, so it's not that hard. And I'm going to actually give you the first 5 to get you started. So let's get ahead and get started. I'm just gonna pretend like I'm doing it. I'm gonna go ahead and click here directions. I have a Google Drive and also on the PDF. So I'm just gonna use the Google Drive because that's how you're gonna look at it. So here is the direction: Module 1, Lesson 1, Mapping the Zoo. And then in the class, I'm gonna go over a slide presentation to kind of introduce you to what are we doing with this map, right? Mapping the zoo. But just know, I'm just gonna go over the directions. So task 1, open the map. So go ahead and then go to this link right here. And then that's actually the map that we're starting off with. Remember, we're not starting with a map, a blank map. We're starting with a map already someone pre-made, and we're just gonna play with it or do stuff with it. So I'm gonna go ahead and click on that. It's gonna take me to ArcGIS. And then here it is, thinking especially on module 2, lesson 1. So here's our map. So it looks kind of weird, all right? So I'm gonna go ahead and look at directions, all right? So step 2, proceed with the lesson. All right, so it looks like this, we're good. Look at the online map and observe the following. On the right side of the map, displays you with the legend, click modify map. So you wanna see the legend. So here in the legend, that's the default. So zoo animals is a dot, buildings is a polygon, and animal enclosure as well, right? And then they asked me to go ahead and click modify map. Once you click on that, you have more stuff that you can do. You can save it. It's really important that either you click save map, which is right here. I'm gonna actually go and sign in just because I want to be able to save it into my account. So now once I'm signed in, it's just gonna reload, right? But now I'm gonna be signed in because I know it has my name here, my first name Hugo, right? And I'm in Legend. So the first thing they want you to do, click to show contents, right? This is really important, content right here. To show content, you just click here, and then you want to show what kind of layers there is in there, and everything is turned on. You know we kind of went over that last time. That if you check, that means turn on. So you're ready to go. Look in the top window, different buttons. You'll see like details, add, base map. Just spend the time getting familiar with the buttons right here. Like what is this? Details, add, basement analysis, and when they ask you just click basement, you already know where the button's at. Remember the biggest thing, last one is measure, right? Measuring tool. So enlarge the window. So enlarge the window. It's already enlarged, but just know that you want to make it full screen, right? So that task number 2, it's about full screen. So now we're gonna go into task 3, which is finding things at the zoo, right? So first, look at the map, right? And then besides the animals themselves, there are many features that make up a zoo, right? So look at the map and answer the following question. So we have to be looking at this map without even touching anything, right? So can you find the restrooms? Can you guys see the restrooms from here? Let's see the legend. Animals, building, animals. Nope, right? So there's no restrooms. So the answer to that would be nope. Can you tell where the zebra lives? Right? So we know they're animals, but we don't know where the zebras are at, right? From this map right here. So this map is not really a great map so far. Can you tell us where the tropical rainforest is at? Just looking at this map? Nope, right? So, long story short, this is a zoo that's gonna about to open. and then they kind of charge us to create a map for the visitors that come and they go around, right? So the map that they have right now is very basic, right? We can zoom in, zoom out, but there's nothing on it. All right. So question number one, can you look at the followings? All the answers are no, right? All right. So it says all the answers should be no. That's okay. Can you give two reasons why it's hard to find these things? So just think, how come there's no, it's hard to, find where the restrooms are at, right? So this is kind of like an opinion one where I'm looking something like when you click on the legend, there's no a label, right, for bathrooms. There's no labels, there's no legend. Also, if you notice, they're also green and yellow, right? Maybe if the restrooms were red, we kind of knew where they were, right? So I'm looking for stuff like there's the same color, there's no labels, there's nothing that makes the map helpful to going around. All right, so that's question one and two. Now let's start going to the map and sorry, changing it. So finding the gift shop. So task four, to help visitors, blah blah blah. Right. So it says step nine: click on the building's layer name and click show table icon that appears. The attribute table for the layer appears. Right. So click on buildings first. So this is really important. So we have to go to content where the layers are at, zoo animals, buildings, and then right now zoo animals they have the display to do stuff, but we want to know buildings. So click on buildings, and then now we can click on show table. If you're not sure what something where something's at, you can just hover over it until you change style, filter, perform analysis. So I think they ask us to click on buildings and click on show table. So I right click on that. This is show table. Click on that. So now we have show buildings, right? And then we have the features, the data that makes up that data, that layer. I'm sorry. So it says an attribute table is made up of fields, columns, and rows, records, where all the information is layered is contained. So right now our columns are vertical, straight down. Rows are horizontal. All right. So columns, you already know it's going to be straight down vertical. Rows are from flat horizontal, right? They go across. All right. So question three, how many columns, fields are on the table? Count it in your screen. Do not need to click on the table. So how many columns are it? So let's see. So how many columns do we see? Remember, columns are just straight down. So there's only buildings, restrooms, and all of that. That's our rows. So there's only one column here. I don't see any information. If there were to be two columns, it will be a line right here, and there will be more information right here, right? So the answer for that one, columns, right here, letter B, one, right? How many rows records are on the table? Click um, to count on the screen. Do you don't need to click on the table, right? So how many rows? So you can kind of cheat because it has feature 8, but you can click on here, and I'm just gonna go on here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm sorry, 8. Building is not one. Yeah, that's the category name. So there is 8. So restrooms, entrance, clinic, bus shop, restaurant, visitor information, game shop, and restaurant. So here is um, how many rows? It's 5. So look under building field and write down the name of two buildings that are listed in your attribute table. So look in the field and write two buildings that are listed in the attribute table. So you'll here you can write two or any of this. So you can do gift shop and restaurant, bus shop, visitor information, restrooms, medical clinic. So just write two down. So that's number 5. So then we went over 5 questions with you. That's pretty straightforward, right? So now step 10, you're gonna be doing a lot more stuff with that and then me moving forward, right? So now I'm just gonna keep going, but I'm not gonna answer the questions, right? I'm just gonna do this really quick. Close the table for buildings and then the right corner. So here, I wanna get rid of that table. Good. Now I want to click on buildings, the layer name, and then I want to change the style, right? It's really important. So once again, buildings, it's already click. So first one is show legend table that we already worked on. And then now we're going to change the style of that layer. That means that we're going to change the colors, whatever we need to do. So in here, choose an attribute to show in building. We want to do building. That means that, well, what do we want to show, right? So we want to separate it by buildings, right? So click on that. Now you see colors, right? Now the software is so powerful. They already, okay, you want to separate it by buildings? Let me give you different colors, right? It's so cool. So then click select on the bottom location single symbols. So it's the second choice. So types unique, location single. So you want to know this one, click select. So now it changes. And then click on the option. So we already clicked that one. Now see options. So now you have more stuff that you can do with that. Click symbols, the link, and choose 30% gray color. So it's going to be, let's see, that will do, right? 30% gray color. Click OK, and then click OK again. So yeah, you choose gray, click OK, and then click OK over here. There we go. And then click done, right? So now if you were to look at your map, it's different. I know it's all gray right now, but it's gonna change, right? Just know that it's gonna look different, and we're gonna put names in there. So basically, all the restaurants are gonna be one color, but with labels, right? So in here, you know, we're gonna put labels, create labels, and then you're gonna put the name of the actual data on that. So your map is gonna look like this with the names on the bottom. So I'm gonna just go a step there. So I went over five answers to the questions, and then I kind of went a little ahead. And then I do really want you guys to kind of read into this, and then go ahead and then try it yourself. That way, that's the only way it's gonna get familiar. Because if I just do everything for you, you're just gonna copy. Remember, I'm gonna give you time during class, and I'm gonna give you time when I'm there, so I can supervise what you guys are doing.